What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here with Kirabug, and we just watched episode 77 of Dragon Ball Super, and I'm finally, well, I'm not finally, I've been excited, I'm super excited, but we're finally here!
I'm excited.
That's what I wanted to say, we're finally here, I'm excited, she's excited, I'm excited, the dog's excited, you are excited! Before we start, I want you guys to comment on the new intro. Amazing, I love it, the song is so catchy, I literally played it like 4 times.
He did.
When I got the song.
Really did.
I watched the intro itself like, I'm going to say 4 or 5 times. Before I started watching the episode, I rewind like 20 times. Mostly because I wanted to see if I can catch anything that we see in the actual intro. And we saw stuff like, we saw all 12 gods. Which, by the way, is a mouse god, which is kind of goofy.
Kawaii.
I'll probably make a video later this week discussing the gods and stuff like that. We see all the angels and priests. And it's exciting. It's a lot of cool stuff. But episode 77, nothing really happens in terms of the arc, but we're finally getting to a point where it's going to start. And I gotta say, I called it. Did I not say last week? I guarantee you, the Zeno, the Omni King, forgot about the tournament. Zen-chan, he forgot about the tournament. He did. He literally forgot.
I remember you saying that too.
And it's funny because, like, for like the last set of episodes from when the Champa arc happened to where we are now, which is actually like 40 episodes or so. Basically, everybody's aware like, oh, Zeno can do this tournament whenever he wants, so you can pop in here tomorrow and be like, hey, it's happening. He forgot. He actually forgot. And you see Zeno and future Zeno playing some kind of game. It looks like they were destroying universes while it was happening. It's like a little
ding,
ding, ding, ding.
And then it toppled over and it destroyed, and it's like,
yeah.
Oh, it fell.
Yeah, like the thing about Zeno is he's so innocent, like what Beer says in the episode, that he's dangerous because he's so innocent and normal. Like,
I feel like he doesn't actually comprehend the level of destruction that occurs when he's playing this game.
Yeah, well, not even just a game, but overall in general,
just,
being the king of everything. Because like we've seen him destroy a whole universe. We actually found out that he destroyed multiple universes in the past. There used to be 18 out of his 12 because he destroyed the other ones just because he felt like it. We watched him blow up the universe with the future universe where Zamasu was. Like, he is dangerous. And this entire episode, again, goes off of what we saw in the last 2 episodes where Goku just basically trying to train. And by the way, I love the fact that those robbers started to rob him and he just gave him the hands. Like, I feel like we just lived through Goku there for a second. Because, like, as a person who watches Dragon Ball growing up, the thing I always wanted to do is get Dragon Ball powers to be able to fight crime and evil and stuff like that.
Everyone wants to do that at some point.
Everyone. That's why I loved watching Gohan go into high school in the Buu Saga and being able to fight those,
Or, like, have you ever been in a car and you're just sitting in traffic and you're like, dang, I wish I could fly out of here
that too.
now.
In fact, the question I want to toss out there is, if you had powers, what would you do that you normally can't do? Comment down below as well. But ultimately,
I would do, like, little normal life things. Like getting out of traffic.
Getting out of traffic, flying places, yeah, that'd be fun. Getting, like, stairs from everywhere, like, this person just, nah. Although it'd be kind of weird, because then, like, the government would step in, but, try to dissect you. Whole other conversation.
Yeah. That's why we like invisibility.
Exactly. Point is, it was cool to watch him fight the thugs that try to rob him. He caught the bullets. I found him
show off.
Yeah, showing off. I found it funny that he got shot by one, and it made it look like it was like some kind of injury or something, but it really wasn't. It was just kind of like a scratch.
It was a scrape.
Yeah, and that's why he was like, I gotta get to training. So that's when he picks up Goten. He calls out Whis, and I love the fact that every time he has to talk to Whis, he has to offer some kind of sacrifice or some kind of offering, like, what you got for me today? I'm pretty sure that's a kind of religious thing right there that has something. I mean, I don't know. Want to toss it out there?
Oh, you're saying like offering to the gods?
Yeah, offering to the gods to get
That's really
training.
normal, yeah.
Yeah. So I like the fact that they're still going with that.
Yeah.
And then Whis agrees. They're gonna give him some. What do they give him? The bean paste stuff.
Yeah.
Goten wants to train. That got me excited until Chi-Chi opened her mouth. I mean, granted, they still snuck out, and Goten ended up hanging back and training with Trunks, which makes him really, really cool as a character.
I like how Goku doesn't give a crap about Chi-Chi and how she feels. Speaking
of which, I love the fact that this episode was more focused around the character that Goku has been in all of Z as opposed to he's been in Super. Because like in Super, they have turned Goku into more like the village idiot a lot. Mm-hmm. But this Goku was more about the Goku I grew up with, because he just wants to fight. He just wants to train. Even when he goes out to freaking Capsule Corp and he's like, Vegeta, come train with me. Vegeta's like, I can't. Bulma's pregnant. He's like, so? You're not pregnant.
That's when I realized, like, it was so blatant that Vegeta is more human than Goku.
Which is funny.
And Whis, because Whis had the same point of view and perspective as Goku, where it's like, why do you care about Bulma and how she feels? But Vegeta actually has something called empathy, whereas Goku and Whis just do not. They don't contain empathy. They don't care about how other people feel.
Whis just wants his food, and Goku just wants to train.
Exactly.
Goku is exactly the same kid he was in Dragon Ball, and I love that.
I love that they're portraying him like that.
Fast forward to the Beerus planet. Again, Beerus is one of the most amazing characters of all time, and again, it's very much portrayed in this episode. Beerus threatens to blow up Goku's face. He actually stuck his hand out, was about to Hakai him.
That was an intense
Very intense.
moment.
He honestly should have done it, because what did Goku do next? He tricked them, he pushed the Zeno button, and basically...
He pretended to throw it up in the air,
pressed it,
but he still had it.
Went over there, and turns out, like I said, Zen forgot that the tournament was even happening. They're literally just bored. They're doing a game. They were like, what is it, 103 to 103, something like that. They were playing a game for a while. And he's like, oh, yeah, you mentioned the tournament. What's up with that? And it's like, oh, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll let you guys know what's going to happen. And then we see Goku go back, and he's getting punished by Beerus. I'm surprised Beerus didn't blow him up right there, right then. I feel like the reason why he didn't is because he knows he needs him now for a tournament. Like, Beerus knows that there's going to be some kind of crazy consequences for this tournament, so you can't just destroy him there. But if it was any other situation, I guarantee you, Beerus would have destroyed our beloved character, Goku, with one hand.
Yeah,
Hakai.
he would have.
But obviously he didn't. So they end up going to Supreme Kai's planet, and what happens next is the Grand Priest shows up and says, hey, on this day, like literally on this day, to count the days by the day, we're going to hold the tournament at this time. 10 warriors from each universe, be there. And then the episode ends. Now, if you watch next episode preview, or if you've been keeping up with the news, the consequences are kind of ridiculous, and this is exactly what Beerus was afraid of. If you lose, your universe goes up in flames. Poof, gone, destroyed. Now here's the thing. We know that Universe 7 is fine, because this takes place in between a time skip of the end of Dragon Ball Z and the Buu Saga when it ended. So if they're still there at the end of Z, which I really wish that wasn't the case, because it's like we kind of know what's going to happen. If that wasn't there, like if Z didn't end the way it did, then we would know, like we know that Universe 7 is fine. Now we don't know what's going to happen to the other universes, if they're going to talk them out of it or what the deal is. I mean, Zen seems kind of like he is, he's very much, if he says that he's going to do something, he's going to do something. I'm going to blow up Universe, I'm going to blow up Universe 9, I'll do it. And I feel like we might lose some universes, but we also might not, because at the same time, he is a kid, and I feel like if Goku says something simple, he's like, hey, don't blow it up, just punish them or give them a warning, I guarantee it can happen too. So I guess the question I'm going to end this review with is, what do you think is going to happen to the other universes? Because obviously some are going to lose, but I feel like we can't get them all just destroyed, unless we're just going to end up with, Universe 7 is going to be the last remaining universe, and this is just a way for Toriyama to ride out the whole idea of there's multiple universes that was introduced originally in Battle of God. So in the comment section below, number one, let us know which universe is going to go first, which one you think is going to get destroyed, and two, will it actually get destroyed, or what will be the deal? Will they use a Super Dragon Balls at the end to restore everything? Because technically, it's a rule-free wish, so it should be able to undo Zeno's abilities. But at the same time, I don't know, like, if it does get undo through the Super Dragon Balls, will he just destroy it again? Like, there's just so many questions I have right now that I just want to jump to the end of this arc, but at the same time, not yet, because I want to see what's going to happen. So any prediction you have about what's going to happen in the universes, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think?
I don't understand how they could use the Super Dragon Balls to wish back the universe if their universe is gone, because
there's only one dragon, and the ball split between Universe 6 and 7. Obviously, if Universe 6 loses, which I feel like they will not lose, then again, watch them lose. As long as Universe 6 and 7 are there, they can get the Super Dragon Balls and undo the wish, or undo the destruction, technically. Because the Super Dragon Balls only exist there from how they made it sound. Because when the dragon created it, he split between those universes specifically. The other universes most likely don't have their own equivalents of Dragon Balls, but then again, that's still up in the air. For all we know, it might be. But as long as Universe 6 and 7 are there, they can get the Super Dragon Balls and undo anything that was done. But then again, didn't he get... is the dragon even still there? Because I don't remember what happened with the whole Zamasu stuff. I know the future dragon was destroyed. They never clarified which dragon got destroyed, whether it was the one in the future or what the deal was. But I assume... I don't know. See, it's hard to figure out what's going to happen. But we just know one thing.
Anything could happen.
Universe 7 is still there at the end of Z. So I guess feel free to discuss it down below.
They might win, they might not, something else might happen, but either way, they are standing at the end of Z.
One last thing I will say is a couple people did toss... Oh, by the way, Brawl is being born finally. I mean, we said that last week, but we now got confirmation that that's who is going to be inside Bulma. So Brawl's happening finally. The other thing I want to say is a couple people have asked us, do you think there's going to be a possibility of an interruption happening where someone interrupts and tries to like stop the tournament, which we all assume is going to happen in the Champa arc? No, I don't think it's going to be very likely, because if Zeno is as powerful as he is, I don't think anybody in existence, other than potentially evil Zenos if they want to exist, which I don't think it does, I don't think anyone in existence would want to step up and be all like, hey yo, what's up, I'm taking this over now. It's not going to happen. I think we're going to get a straight up tournament fight between the universes. If anything, I feel like it's going to be more similar to the Dark Tournament in the Yu Yu Hakusho series, where we have all the teams. We may not necessarily see every single fight, but I feel like we'll see like the primary fights, which is probably going to be obviously Universe 7 is the spotlight. We know all 10 warriors are going to be in it, and then they're probably going to show off a couple other ones. But I don't know what there's going to be a lot of characters introduced. With 10 characters per universe, that's 120 new characters, and I feel like with that many characters being introduced, that I don't know if we're gonna see all one fight. So what I feel like is gonna happen is we'll just see something similar to the Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament, where like you jump in. Obviously, the bigger fights are focused on Yusuke and his team. You saw Toguro fighting off with his team, but then we saw like the nobody teams. It's like they kind of just got rid of it in an episode, like Universe 1 versus Universe 3, done like one episode.
You know what I'm pretty sure of though is that we'll get to see all of our Z fighters fight at one point.
Yes, and I'm excited to see 17 finally in action. We haven't seen him in a long time. I really like 17 in the Andro Saga, and I'm curious to see what he can do now with all those years of just not fighting. So, actually, I can't wait until next week, because next week they're recruiting everybody. On top of that, my boy Gohan in the intro was looking powerful, so he better be doing something cool in this upcoming tournament. But yeah. So, anyways.
Also, babe. You know what new characters mean?
Toys.
Yes.
Toys. Toys and characters and Dokkan cards, lots. I need more in the background. Then again, the biggest first world problem with toys is when they announce it, have to wait like a year. It's like, oh yeah, we got the new Champa figure coming out in like 2043. It's like, dude, that's like 20 years away. Can you guys just release them now? But yes, I'm excited about that too.
Our universe could be destroyed within that time.
I know. Where's my hit figure? Tamashii Nations, or whoever else, Figma, whoever else wants to make the figures. Give me a hit figure. Also in the comment section below, let me know which Dragon Ball figure needs to come out as far as figure arts. Also feel free to discuss that. I'm hyped. I'm excited. If you are as well, make sure you leave a like right below in a comment. Next week, we're going to get further into the arc. I feel like we want to really get into the arc, so maybe I want to say 3 or 4 weeks. Because right now, we're going to get into the whole phase of recruiting the characters, setting it up, introducing everybody, and then we're going to jump into it. The one thing I want this arc specifically, and you can also feel free to add on to this as well, the one thing I want the most is good pacing. Don't rush it, Toei. Just get right into it slowly. Don't do what you did with the Champa arc, because the Champa arc rush fights way too much. Take your time. We will watch it.
Clearly, we watched Z, and those fights took forever.
If we can sit there for weeks watching the Potafu arc, we will sit here for weeks getting all the characters introduced and everything. So please take your time with this. Show it off, slowly. Build up the characters. Give us some epic fights, transformations perhaps. I saw that Goku had that red-looking aura in the intro, which I think is just Kaioken Blue, but we'll discuss that another time. Just take your time with it. Keep it epic. We're ready for this. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the comment section below, let us know your thoughts on episode 77 and your overall predictions for this upcoming arc. Like I said, leave a like if you have fun. Let's go for 9,001 as always. And we'll see you guys next week for episode 78 of Dragon Ball Super. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the comment section below.
Bye.
Peace.